Yen free appointment when yamra and Kreheya Kuntabo ya so yahudo ya mampani a year can for the dano one more ebu more minor now more echo mujuma de nedia do no so a Dr. Omane Boamah woko defense and interior will no and a swafo now one more shasier ebu akunta edin sembi etuja yanko share and wamane kakra.
There was one at Bemakam by the Navy. That was also an exhibition. That was the day when we went also to inaugurate the Gold Board Task Force. If you counted the number of people who also came in, that also is defense tourism. The more we host some of these programs, the better it is, the better we expose our systems also to others who develop interest and the likeness to want to help us even the more. Our 37 military hospital is here. Simple air compressor was not working until I went there and we intervened immediately. Otherwise, oxygen flow was going to be lacking. This can link defense tourism to health tourism because some of the health professionals there are also military officers. So we need to keep this at the back of our mind. Let me touch on Sahel. I would want to say that President Mahama's visit to the 3 AES countries was a game changer. He went to Burkina, Mali, and Niger. I have since been to Burkina. And when I say it was a game changer, I mean exactly what I'm talking about. Because the 3 AES countries had lost trust and confidence in ECOWAS. And so ECOWAS, West Africa itself was yearning for that leader who could speak to the 3 AES countries, the leaders, for them to trust him or her and listen. Fortunately, with Ghanaians giving President Mahama a resounding victory, he became president and embarked on that game-changing trip. It is helping. Exchange of information, because note that if the terrorists overcome the system in Burkina Faso, Ghana becomes the next target. And that is what makes managing the situation in Boko and its environs very, very important. Because it will be one of the entry points. And that is why I spoke about the forward operating bases that almost are enveloping the northern borders of the country. And that's why we are committed to completing them. In terms of tactical operations, deployment, and all that, you don't expect me to talk about those ones. Let me touch on missing ammunitions. I must say that, yes, it is not every detail that I can provide at this stage. But the fact that it's taking this long to capture it in this minute detail should tell you there must be a reason. If you go back to the President's State of the Nation address, 2025, he hinted at it. This is the next phase. But the reality is that to date, those ammunitions have not been accounted for. How the Ghana Armed Forces could transfer ammunitions to national security that doesn't have a fighting force in 2024 is a question that will definitely have to be answered. The Ghana Armed Forces has passed it on to the National Security Secretariat for the National Security Secretariat to investigate it, since they were the recipients of the ammunitions. But what we are doing is, under our watchful eyes, any such incidents will not be dealt with like the way it was handled in the past. So whilst we have encircled this and handed it over to national security for national security to handle, whatever will fall within our domain from January onwards, trust that we will deal with it the way the military knows best. Kevin Taylor in the country. Unfortunately, I'm not an immigration officer. and so, I mean, how do you expect, I'm not an immigration officer. For those who are interested in that, let me advise, the Freedom of Information Act, take necessary steps, find out from immigration, unless the person did not come through lawful borders. So some of these things caution the national discourse.
Penya wote sewo kasa no Dr. Adom Omane Boamah na ensem bi odi tuja no yemoboso a odi kan kasa ye efa wo hwe AES eno no Alliance for Sahel amamman bi te Mali Niger na Burkina Faso so mato ho afie kowas mampani abomoden akonsra ene ade ne omunkita wodie wote se hia pa bi nti ase na so hia sanse ne majinsemo ewo Burkina eno nyina keka ho bi na ye na amaboko ensensem no aso maka ejagum no tie no so na omudi wudwuma eno achi so se afie twam 2024 no ye oman yasrafo no de akondie bi transfer ekokoma national security omo no enya ye ekoa ye beka se de omo ekokon na eno no ensembise bu horma wo se nipa bi eyi ano ya no so mo etoto ho nyama dendenden amasa anoyie no aba ama oman Ghana wache adwuma wo ye se defense minister no enso ho no mo a obowura mo ko 37 ehwe se wo mo enhyehyɛ no mo dwuma de nyina bewie ye na kyese ekwapomude mu ano no sanso ne ba ensahwe so a wo mo dwuma de ne sa na ewiewie ne kenka na no good border wo mo epa ho to ne dwuma de no ne nyina de ensahwe enhyehyɛ na enam nti no guso kasa ya yekoye nim no mu bie no ye betwe gu nkrata so na ye de bi so abre wa cheche mu amwate ase